Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to discuss certain examples of Cannizaro reaction. If you are not aware with the mechanism of Cannizaro reaction, what is Cannizaro reaction, you may refer my last video in the carbonyl topic. So let's get started and let's see a few very important examples related to this. So first thing which I want to take here is, suppose I take deuterium derivative DC double bond O D. If you have gone through the mechanism, then you might be exactly knowing that this particular aldehyde do not have any alpha hydrogen. I mean, with respect to this, there is no other carbon. So those reactions only undergo Cannizaro reaction, and concentrated OH minus should be there, and this reaction facilitates very good when you are heating this reaction. So what will be the product in this case? Likewise, on the second case, suppose if I am taking the same thing, D C double bond O, and let us change little bit OH, and then again suppose if I am treating with this time with OD minus, right? Just I am changing the isotope. In the third case, let us consider the same molecule. I am taking D sub C double bond OH, and here I am treating with OH minus in heat, concentrated, right? So what will be the product in each case? You may stop the video right here and try by yourself, and thereafter once you are done you can continue. So I am going to tell you the mechanism for the very first one. So what will happen, that OH minus is going to attack as a nucleophile, which will finally break the pi bond of C double bond O, and this tetrahedral intermediate will be generated. Right, and thereafter what will happen? So as I told you many times, because this is very difficult to remove D, but quite often, I mean this is right, quite often this will come back and OH minus will leave. But even if for a very few case also, and that too under the attraction of C double bond O, right, with a positive charge, this D may migrate. So if it is migrating, what will happen? So we are going to get D C double bond O OH along with D C O minus and D, and here D. Right. So and thereafter this is acid, reasonably good acid and good base. So simply acid base reaction will take place, that means proton transfer. So what will be the product? DC double bond O minus plus DCOH D and D, because the final step, this hydrogen will be transferred, I mean this proton will be transferred from here to here. So the product in the very first case is DCOO minus and along with one carbon with 3D immediately attached to it, that means CD3 and OH. This will be the product in the very first case. Now similarly, what will happen with the next one when we have hydrogen, because that case is really interesting. So if I have hydrogen, one of the hydrogen in place of D, and if I am using OD minus rather than using OH minus, then what will happen? Again, how we are going to do? Because there is no alpha hydrogen, so this is the only possible thing which is left. So it will happen in this way. It will be O minus, and then we are having H and we are having OD. Right. So after this attack, this will be. Now the next question is, when it will come back, then should H migrate or should D migrate or H migrate? That is what the biggest question that arises here. तो किसको आप माइग्रेट कराओगे? सो अगर आपको मालूम है तो आपको मालूम होना चाहिए कि CD का बॉन्ड एनर्जी इज़ लिटिल हायर एज कंपेयर टू CH बॉन्ड एनर्जी. So the more chances of migration is there for H not for D. इसलिए जब आप इधर लेके आओगे तो हाइड्रोजन will migrate rather than of D. So what you are going to get? D C double bond O OD along with DCO minus H and H. Interestingly, again this acid and base pair is generated, so this time D will be transferred O minus plus D CH H and O and D. So what is the product for the second reaction? So the product for this reaction is this, where we are having one of the component as DCO minus, there is no difference. In the other case we are having 2 hydrogen and here there is D. Now what will happen in the last case? Suppose if OD minus is not there and only OH minus is there. So likewise you can proceed once again and you can think about the product. Every time once I am telling you, you stop the video, try the next example and come back and once again see that. So DC double bond O H, whenever we have OH minus attack and yes, so this will be DO minus, right, and then OH, that I am putting it deliberately here because anyway it is a tetrahedral species, and H, because CH bond is relatively less strong, so when it will come back this hydrogen is going to migrate. So what you are going to get? So DC double bond OOH along with DCO minus H and H. Now this proton transfer, again DC double bond O minus and DCHH and O and H. This will be the final product. So this is how we are going to form, right? So in this particular case, in the third case, the thing that you are going to get will be this. This will be the product in third case. So these are certain important examples. Now suppose if I want to change the example little bit, when I'm using the different aldehyde which do not have alpha hydrogen, then how it may happen. So yes, in last video I have already explained you that out of CHO and HC double bond OH, how you are going to decide the major product. So the major product will be decided because formaldehyde is more reactive than any other aldehyde. So this is going to attack here, this will O minus and this will transfer. So basically the oxidation is going to happen for this C, and carboxylate part you have to draw and the other will be converted into CH2OH alcohol. Reduced part, this is oxidized part, right? Carboxylic acid, salt of carboxylic acid. Now what will happen, suppose if I am taking two different type of benzene related compound, benzaldehyde and its derivative. Say for example, I am taking this CHO along with this. Now how to approach this problem? Now you tell me one thing. Wherever the OH minus, by looking at all the pattern which I showed you, by considering the OH minus, right, so wherever it is attacking first, that part is converting into carboxylate, means that is getting oxidized basically, and the other part is getting reduced. Now here the question is, your first question should be, where should OH minus attack? I mean on this or on this, right, or on this. Now if you see here, there is a role of this withdrawing group. NO2 is a very powerful electron withdrawing, and you know that it can withdraw the pi electron from the ring, and subsequently it will generate a positive charge. So that ring is more better when it comes to the attack of OH minus. So OH minus is going to attack here. So the moment it will happen, now this is O minus and this is H and OH and NO2. Now the other part, the other benzaldehyde molecule, this will donate, and simultaneous migration used to be there. So you are going to get this thing. Right. So it will be basically carboxylate. I mean, first it will be OH, and thereafter it will be O minus, H and then benzene. Thereafter proton transfer, simply it will be. So carboxylate part will be the one which have electron withdrawing group attached with it, and the alcoholic part will be the one which do not have electron withdrawing group attached with it. So like that you can think for more and more example. One more I would like to, these two things I can merge them together. And that molecule will be this one. So suppose if I have CHO over here and CHO over here and NO2 at the end. Now where do you think that this OH minus is going to attack? So again this NO2 will cause a positive charge at this carbon. So that means this particular carbon will be more active for this OH minus attack because it is at para position. So the moment if this will be attacked by OH, then that part will convert into carboxylate, and the other aldehyde group will convert into alcoholic thing. So yes, that's a very classic example of intramolecular Cannizaro. Right, intramolecular Cannizaro reaction. Now at the end, I would like to tell you certain important molecule, even though they don't have alpha hydrogen, they do not undergo Cannizaro reaction. So you can say that molecule which do not shows Cannizaro reaction, even if they have alpha, even if they don't have alpha hydrogen. So rather than saying molecule, it will be better if I'll use the word aldehyde which do not undergo Cannizaro reaction. Right. So what are those molecules? Number one, if the aldehyde is having alpha beta unsaturation, this will not undergo. One of the possible reason you could think over it, because this pi bond is in conjugation with it, so there is a chance to attack over here rather than attacking at some other place. So yes, this molecule does not give Cannizaro reaction, no Cannizaro. Now the other molecules are like this. Like if benzaldehyde you are attaching at para position or ortho position, ortho and para mainly, right, any strongly activating group. And why is it so? Why is it so? Strongly activating group decreases the reactivity of this thing, because by donating this, right, the carbonyl characteristic will decrease, and because of that the attack of OH minus will be much more difficult than it used to be earlier. Similarly, my dear, like NH2 you are having, right, and then suppose you are having 2 degree and 3 degree donating group like NHR or NR2. All of these at ortho and para are not going to give. So these are some very, very important examples which even don't have the alpha hydrogen, they still does not undergo Cannizaro reaction. Okay, and now coming to the last and final part of this, and that is also really, really important, because there is one molecule reported, that is this one. Now if I'll ask you, what do you think if I'll take OH minus? So look, there is a tendency for the aldol condensation, isn't it? Because it have alpha hydrogen, it will take out this, and then a carbon and enolate ion will develop, right? But do you think that it is a good nucleophile? It is very, very bad nucleophile, you see. Is it a good nucleophile? No, it is a very bad. So attack over the same molecule is extremely difficult, and that is the reason its competitive reaction wins. See, one thing you need to understand, it is not that it will either react like this or it will react like this. It's not like that. It is happening simultaneously, attacking here also and here also. Whichever wins, I mean, there are so many parallel reactions, like in chemical kinetics you would have heard, the one which is faster is going to win. So in the same way it is going to happen here. So this OH minus, because the competitive aldol condensation is quite slow, so if you have a reasonably good concentration of OH minus and you have heated it slightly, it will rather prefer a Cannizaro product. That means one will be undergoing into this carboxylate and other will be undergoing into alcoholic, right? So these will be the product, this one and this one. This is how you are going to form the product. So that's it as far as this Cannizaro reaction is concerned. In coming video I am going to discuss something more interesting, something more important in carbonyl chemistry. That's all guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe the channel. That's all.